probably should go with the first issue. Pretend I'm holding up the first issue. No, because there's something I want to show. Yeah, I want to show it. Actually, there's the one thing I want to show is in both issues. So I'm just gonna go ahead. If I messed up or I get interrupted, I won't have the time to get the other book. Strange Adventures review. This is the second issue that I just read. I literally just finished as of recording this. I like the first issue a lot better because the first issue didn't have this stupid stuff in it where they're asking like a lot of questions, like not like questions, like interesting questions, but literally like math questions and science questions and Shakespeare questions. It's so weird. That's all that it is, pretty much. And then he just talks to Batman, the black guy. He's supposed to be Mr. Terrific. And then when I was reading it, I wasn't going tough on it, so to speak, and it fell out. I didn't just get this book, but I haven't read this book yet. And it fell out. Like, clean off. Oh, is it this side? No, it's this side. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know where it was. I vaguely remember. I'm not gonna read this ever again. But big I want to say it was right here. Let's see if that would make sense. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I don't know how that fell out because I was just reading it like normal. It was like, and it just fell out. Okay, expect that. There was the one book I was reading. There was that Hulk one, and it was the one that I got from that. I total regret. I got it from that that guy. That it was a comic hall where it's a bunch of older books, but they're all in terrible condition. Pretty much all of them were. There was 2 of them that weren't. But some of them that were, even the ones that were in bad condition, some of them are worth something. And I do have one that was in great condition. It's worth a lot of. It's worth a good amount of money. I wouldn't say a lot, but a lot for me. It's like worth 100, but that's Go Collect. I don't think Go Collect is the best place to look up. I think it's kind of like asking price. It's kind of like eBay. That's where they get their prices, apparently. But yeah, the first issue was a lot better, but the second issue was just a drag. So they were just asking him these like math questions and these. It reminded me. It was literally like when I hope I'm not the only one that does this, so you guys can't relate. But it's like when you go over like flashcards with your parents or with a friend or something. They're like, "Who is the king of Staten Island?" And then the person repeat, and then the person says, "Oh, Peter Davidson." That was it. Like the only thing I could think of a question. Like that's literally what it is. It's just them. And it's a comic. Like really, you could have taken all this stuff out with the. With Mr. Terrific, and just put, Strange Adventures, Adam Strange. It was strange. It was bad. I didn't like it. And I hope the next issue isn't like that. And I might not be getting the next issues that are out now. The only reason why I didn't get them, let's be honest, was because I couldn't find them. Issue 5 wasn't even there. Issue 5 wasn't even there when it was released, and I did do it. Why am I not saying the right words? I did get it a few days later, but that's never been a big problem. I mean, it has recently. Apparently, Strange Adventures and Batman's Grave and the Joe Hill House books are all books that are highly sought after, apparently. Yeah, I don't really like New Break comics anymore. They're really starting to piss me off. But they're stupid regulations. So you can watch my earlier video for that. But there's stupid regulations about their 20% off card. Even though I was still buying comics from them without any problems, and then just now they seem to have problems just because I lost the card. Still haven't gotten that in the mail, by the way. I'm starting to think they lied to me, or they just keep forgetting to mail it. I wouldn't say they lied to me, I don't know. So yeah, and this is all at the end, and there's advertisements in the book also. as you saw when the page ripped out. I would give it 1 star. There's nothing I liked in that book. It was absolutely awful and boring. It wasn't terrible, so maybe 1.5. Like when I think of one star out of 5 stars or out of whatever, I think of like abhorrent books like Superman Year One, or that one issue, that first issue, that Louise Simonson Power Pack, or that Louise Simonson, which I was going to originally say, the Superman one, the Death of Superman one that I was reading. I'm gonna get home when it does that many. I drink soda. Yeah, that was about it. I'll be doing another reading recommendation coming up. Guess that's it. Like, I thought there was more. There's not. Oh, and tomorrow I'll have a comic haul. That was it. Yeah, that Newbury Comics really starting to piss me off. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I might just one time, if this happens, I'm not gonna like it. I don't like it. But I might just this one time just get them all full price. I mean, I did the math, although I didn't factor in one or two comics. There's one comic, it was a Lock and Key one, which they didn't have. It's Joe Hill, so. Yeah, I guess Joe Hill is a huge name, and my voice cracked. A huge name in my Newbury Comics store, apparently. I guess it's stupid because they're new comics. It's not like a first appearance. Because when they had the first appearance of Punchline, which is a very extremely recent Batman villain, and because it was the first appearance, anyway, my voice just cracked again. They said I think because I didn't really hear it as bad as it was 2 seconds ago. Anyways, so Punchline is a very recent Batman villain, and it was a first appearance, so everyone went crazy, and now it's worth like like $200 maybe, and it's a recent comic, which I was on Batman at that time, although they wouldn't have had, let's be honest. So it's not like that, you know. I don't get it. And they probably could, because they get, like, the way it works is I think you order this many books from the publisher, so if this ain't selling, maybe that's the thing, too. If this ain't selling, then you only get, like, 10,000, or not 10,000, like, yeah, 10,000 copies. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. 10,000 copies. And if, this is selling, you get way more, like 20 to 30,000 copies. I miss today. I miss these days, and those days of getting a bunch of trade paperbacks. Which, I mean, I've been doing that recently. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, when I get shit like this, I paid full price for it. Like, I did not mean to throw it that hard. That I paid basically full price for, it makes me not want to pick it up anymore. Pick it up, as in pick it up from where I throw it. Funny joke. I didn't intend that to be a joke. That was pun. But I always think it's pun unintended. It doesn't sound right at all. No pun intended. Well, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, when you, like, at least when I, let's say I didn't like this book, I'm gonna be rereading it, because I got the Epic collection of this, and that's another thing, I'll get to that in a minute. When I pay $1 for a comic I don't like, let's say I don't like this comic, that's not as bad, because number one, I can get at the very least, get my money back. It's easy to get my money back, because one person, there's gonna be at least someone that's like, yeah, fine, this is Captain America, I like Captain America, I like the series a lot more than you did, apparently. I'll buy this from you. $1. They can spare $1. And also, I'm not saying the store, obviously. The store was very strict about, I missed the store. Got kicked out. I think I told the story. I'm not gonna tell the story. It's kind of complicated. I don't think about it, and I think about it every day. Anyways, And sometimes these are worth at least $2. So I'm starting to think they aren't, because it seems to be the default price on like comic shop. Like there aren't any $1 books unless it's a sale. I don't think I can, no, but I think I can grab it from there. And then also the other thing is that let's say, and this, luckily this hasn't happened. I hope you guys can hear me. Luckily this hasn't happened. But let's say, got it. I get a book, a Batman book, and either at the library, because that's how it is for that Epic collection, for that Captain America book. Let's say there's a collection at the library, or what you might do for this book, I buy the collection of it. This is like becomes not worth it anymore. You know. Yeah. At least when I get a good book, I keep it going. Cause that soda. But you know, someone it's me. At least when I like read a good book, like something that's kind of children, or that Hellblazer book I still haven't gotten caught up on. I haven't read the first issue. I get weird when I can't find like say issue. Actually, I did this without realizing it, and I did realize it, but without like that, I can't find issue 5 of this. So I'm like, I'm not gonna read issue 2. My reasoning behind it is that I'll get hooked on the show, hooked on the comic, and I'll want to read, and then if I can't find issue 5, I don't want to pay full price on the DC app. It'll always be $4.99 on the DC app. When the collection comes out, let's say it's this Marvel book, here, I'll get it better. When this collection comes out, this becomes $1.99. I don't get why DC, when this becomes a collection, this is still gonna be $4.99. DC is stingy. It's absolutely stingy. Because, its mailbox is mine. Remember that? Remember when that was a meme? I say to no one because no one watches my videos. Or comments, at least. That's the only way I know you guys are watching it, other than... But there's actually a video 7 months ago that still has no views. Anyways, as I was saying, I think I just have to monetize that. But, it was this... I keep saying that. It was a Joe Hill book. Full circle here. That, it was a few issues off on. This was the only one that, and coincidentally enough, there was, I keep saying, the only one that wasn't, it was, the most issues was Plunge. That's when I started. It was kind of okay. It was kind of like a apocalyptic, like, it was okay. It reminded me of a lot of those, it reminded me of those slow issues in Walking Dead. Why can't I have words? And it was the first issue, so it shouldn't have been that. I'm making this video way longer than it has to be. But, whatever. I'll name it, like, the Strange Adventures issue 1 and 2 review. Plus, a rant on comics nowadays, or something like that. So you guys know that, this is not all one review. So, Joe Hill House. So, the Plunge, I had to get issues 3, 4, 5, and 6. And they're all $3.99. Plus the Basket Full of Heads one. Plus Dollhouse. Plus Daphne Byrne, I got all of them. Oh, and plus Lola Woods. The only one I found all 6 issues was Daphne Byrne. And I keep saying, it was digital too. And they were all $4. I spent $28 on 7 issues of seven issues of comics. It was worth it because I got them and I wanted them for so long. I kept putting it off because I was like, maybe I'll find it at New Bright Comics, because they were doing really good. Because God, I cannot believe that. I wonder if I can put it together. No, I can't. I kept lovely train of thought. Oh, I kept putting it off. Oh, and the thing about that was they would have. Let's say this wasn't there. The Saturday. Let's say I used to go 2 days. I used to work Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday. I hope it doesn't start again when I'm back in school. I'm gonna. I will. I will. So let's say that. Okay, let's say I went there Saturday. This wasn't here. On Sunday or next week, this would be there. Now, if I missed out on this and it went sold out or something, none of that was like a big series or anything. Like, I don't know why it is. I don't know. Again, I don't know. It could be, but I doubt it. This would not be there. Like, it's not there anymore. And was for Basketball Heads and all those other books. I don't get it. But that's New Break Comics for you. I'm going to end this video because I'm going on for way too long.